it's my time, it's my time, it's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time, it's my time, it's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time, it's my time, it's my time.
When you're in a place surrounded by ocean, you can walk in any direction and arrive somewhere spectacular.
The United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners Local 579 is proud to welcome the Canada Games to our home this summer. UBC Local 579, building great things in Newfoundland and Labrador.
We've heard it said, nobody comes here for the weather. And yet, every spring, here they are.
On a brisk and breezy Saturday morning, we say good day to all those tuning in from east to west, coast to coast, here to beautiful Paradise Park in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Our coverage continues from the 2025 Canada Summer Games. I'm Robbie Doherty alongside Luke Much. Today, we're back at the beach for some beach volleyball. We were here Monday, saw some great action, but today's a big day, Luke. Medals on the line.
It definitely is, Robbie, and we have our semifinal matchup to kick us off here today from Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador. Team Saskatchewan, Team Quebec, both of them ready to roll here from this great venue. And how about the staff being able to get this venue back and allowing spectators back as well? This is going to be a great day of matchups.
Certainly is, Luke, and what a tremendous event being put on display all around the city of St. John's today. We're just outside the city in beautiful Paradise, the host venue, and you talked about the volunteers and what a wonderful job everywhere we've been. Certainly putting the hours in, committed, doing such a great job to make everyone involved in these games feel so welcome, being so hospitable as a home away from home. But today, it's two big teams going head-to-head. We saw these in preliminary matchups on Monday, and two very closely matched teams in Quebec and Saskatchewan. You know it's going to be a fast one, and they're not going to waste any time trying to put points on the board.
Definitely not. Both of these teams, we've seen them multiple times before. Such close competitors. This one is going to be a great matchup. Again, just to reiterate the basics here of beach volleyball, it is the first to 2 out of 3 sets, 21 points for the first 2 sets. If needed, a third set goes to 15 points. We'll step aside for our national anthem.
National anthem, wonderful rendition being performed here this morning. Really sets the tone for the day, and there you see both teams shaking hands before doing battle. This is a semi-final matchup. Winner moving on to the gold. Loser will play for bronze, so certainly a great week from both these teams. Saskatchewan in green, Quebec in blue and black. Get ready, this should be a close one. And starting off with the serve, Adrienne Levay. Great job from Saskatchewan to return that, keep it in play early on. Nice, consistent, rallies that one at the net, not able to get it over, so an early point for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, good start there. We're seeing both of these teams really adjust to the wind and the conditions here in this one early on. The wind is blowing hard, and we will see how it goes. A nice serve there by Team Saskatchewan as Alexa Smith finds the back corner. Team Sask off to an early 2-0 lead.
That's a big lead. We talked about that on Monday and how important getting off to that early lead can be in terms of momentum. And what another serve from Smith. That's twice now. Able to keep it in at the back, and another big point on the board for Sask.
Really strong start here by Smith. Let's see if she can do it 3 times now.
Quebec resetting, able to put it over. And trying to set up for Markenton, putting it down. Good defense attempt, and what a return from Quebec. Has that trying to hit the mark. And what a play there, Quebec coming in strong, great consistency, great second effort not to let that hit, keeping it in play and getting the point.
Great bounce back there by Team Quebec. Got to keep this one close, and now only back by 1. A great job to answer back here. Keep this one close early on.
So 3-2, Quebec with the serve. Winds coming in from the west today. Certainly strong, could be a factor as the day goes on. What a defense from Saskatchewan. At the net is Markenton trying to bump it over. She does, and gets the point. A great start once again from both these teams, but Saskatchewan really doing well at the net.
They definitely are, Robbie. Such a good job here early on. We haven't seen a whole lot of spikes, but just the light taps over the net right now is really what Team Saskatchewan is working well at.
Erica Markenton going to serve for Saskatchewan. 4-2 in this opening set. Great crowd on hand taking in this key semifinal matchup.
Yeah, the crowd out here as well, battling through the cold. Nice shot there from Team Quebec, as that was LeBay on a great opportunity, and we will quickly switch sides. Every 7 points we are going to switch sides. Obviously due to the sun in these early matchups, but also the wind. Blowing every which direction right now. You can see the flags in the background, going a bunch of different angles.
An unusual day as the sun is out, covered by some clouds, but it seems to poke through every 5 minutes or so. Could be a factor as athletes get set, they get their focus, and then that sun comes out, could change their visuals. So we'll keep an eye to see if that becomes an issue throughout the day. Quebec, nice job getting to that serve at the net. Trying to put it back is Saskatchewan. Big jump from Smith, not able to put it over. And another one on the board for Quebec.
Yeah, Quebec doing a good job right now, keeping in this one, only down by 1. It's been a back and forth matchup here so far. Jolie with an opportunity to serve, and a nice one. Saskatchewan scrambling here, able to get it back over.
Nice work by Quebec at the net, trying for the spike. That one not gonna land where they wanted, so another one for Saskatchewan. 6-4, this has been close out of the gate.
It definitely has, Robbie. Both of these teams doing a good job. The serving's been strong here today as well. Let's see if that continues with Markenton.
Nice serve from Saskatchewan. Quebec looking for the spike opportunity. That one, you see the wind taking it, Luke. That one was meant to be on the line or down the line, but you see the wind just take it sideways. Mentioned in from the west right now.
And the wind not blowing in one direction. We've seen it blow right to left, and now in the back for Team Saskatchewan. So something to keep an eye on here as the day goes on and the wind continues to change directions. We're seeing it now, trying to push away from our cameras here.
Good effort from Eve Jolie trying to get to the net and losing her footing a little bit on her way, not able to get to it. Great for Saskatchewan, increasing that lead here in this opening set. Nice play at the net is trying to set it up as Markenton for Smith, trying to put it over. Won't get the height she was looking for. Quebec doing a good job of staying mentally tough, staying close, and Saskatchewan trying to pull away after giving up, or excuse me, after taking a big lead early on and creating some momentum. And Quebec doing a good job of staying focused, not letting them pull ahead.
And again, the wind. You could see it on that last set by Team Sask that Smith tried to jump up, but the wind just taking it, not ending up where she thought it would. And that one cost them, so got to factor the wind into this here.
Smith with the serve from Saskatchewan. Marketing at the net. Here comes Quebec. Putting that up was Labbé. Here comes Smith at the net. And a nice play. Will it fall in? It will. And a big point once again. Saskatchewan now in double digits in this first set.
That was a really good defensive return there by Saskatchewan, and able to get it up and over the net was Smith, who finds her spot perfectly towards the back line.
You see the movement on the serves coming from this direction, making it tough for the teams to anticipate where that ball is going to fall when coming over the net. Almost like a knuckleball action.
You're right about that.
A 6-point lead for Saskatchewan. Smith with the serve. Great defense from Quebec. Trying to set up is Jolie. She'll put her over, pick her spot, and a big point to stop the momentum for Quebec.
Strong effort there by Jolie, able to just lightly tap that one over across the net, traveling hard to the right and able to get it to drop.
And setting up Markenton, not going to spike, just putting it over and a big point. Great precision from Erica Markenton.
Yeah, Team Saskatchewan's been able to do that a lot here today. It's been working out well for them early on in this one.
So a big serve for Saskatchewan. Jolie at the net, trying to put it over, a big block from Marketing, but ball still alive. Great job by Quebec to keep it going. Here's Marketing at the back. Will it stay in? It does, and Saskatchewan with another big point. Now 12-6.
12-6 to score, 13-6, excuse me. There's a 7-point lead here for Team Saskatchewan, looking to keep this going here.
Reminder, 21 the number. These teams trying to get to in each set. If a third set is needed, we only go to 15. Every point so important in beach volleyball at the net, and a great play by Jolie. Gets that to go, 13-7.
Very strong. She realizes that Marketing and Smith were both really up close there to the net, and she's just going to tap it by them. No way that they could get back to return it.
So Smith with the serve. Marketing trying to put it over, that one in the net. And, Labbé from Quebec with a great serve, picked her spot. Now athletes coming in for a little chat. Big switch. You got to be happy right now of how this started if you're Saskatchewan.
Definitely so, Robbie. 13-8 is the score. Quebec getting the last 2 points, so safe to say that they have a little bit of momentum right now as they try to continue what they have started here, making a push here towards the second half of this set. Team Saskatchewan talking things over between each other. Smith and Marketing discussing their game plan. Team Quebec as well on the other side, a great shot of them, and then there's Sask trying to orchestrate a game plan here. Coach just letting them be. It's a players only chat right now. We'll see if it pays off for them here in the second half of our first set. Of course, players switching sides again here.
Certainly a great job by Quebec, as well as you mentioned, at the last 2 points going their way, and they've done a great job. Perhaps not the start they wanted, but really showing signs of pulling it together against a tough Saskatchewan team. And here's Labbé with a big serve for Quebec, trying to get back to the net. That one's not going to hit the target, so another big point for Quebec. That's 3 in a row.
That one just missing a little bit too far. We can see it perfectly in the sand. And good eye there by Quebec to let it go.
Labbé, he's been great on the serve so far this morning. At the net, here comes Marketing. Not going to spike, keeps it alive though. Good second effort, won't work out, but big point once again for Quebec, now within 4.
Quebec within striking distance here. They put up a great little run. Let's see if Saskatchewan can answer. They can't, I believe, Robbie. That is 5 points in a row for Team Quebec, who have been on a tear here in the second half of our first set.
Certainly have, and looking to keep that momentum going. Here's Labbé. Once again, Another great serve, back right corner. Smith at the net for Saskatchewan. Good velocity, but able to be picked up by Quebec. Trying to return it, that one landing again. And what a run from La Belle Province.
6 in a row now as Labé and Jolie really starting to find their stride here.
Labé, she's been great going to that back right corner. You see the movement and that ball going over. Wynn really taking it. We're all tied up. And certainly a great showing of intestinal fortitude from the team in blue. Found themselves down by 7 at one point, coming right back to tie things up 13-all. A reminder, 21, the number both teams trying to get to take the first set.
The wind just such a factor out here. We can see it, especially on that last serve, as you pointed out, Robbie. These teams head on a swivel out here today.
And you talk about the focus of all 4 of these athletes, all the training, physical, mental training, everything that goes into it, the commitment, the dedication it takes to prepare for a competition like this at the Canada Games. You dream of getting to that gold medal game. That's what's on the line here. You can tell the intensity's just turned up that much more. The focus is that much higher. All 4 players on this court today, they want it.
Exactly. It's an opportunity to go into the gold medal matchup. That's a big deal. Both of these teams going all out, trying to get their shot at the gold.
So Labé once again going the back right corner. Great job by Saskatchewan though to pick that up, and now not able to return it, but great positioning from Markenton. But now for the first time, Quebec with the lead. Showing a great display of focus.
9 points in a row now for Team Quebec. What a swing here.
You got to talk about the serving from Labé. She's been outstanding. Adrienne Labé, wearing number 1 for Quebec. Just so consistent, putting it exactly where she wants it. Saskatchewan having a rough time returning. Smith setting up Marketing at the net. Gonna try to put it back. Return from Quebec as they try to get set up that one long. And Saskatchewan, nice rebound to get within 1 of Quebec, as Quebec just 6 points away now.
That is exactly what Team Saskatchewan needed. Quebec just making a mistake. Now they're able to grab the ball, try to get the momentum back into their hands here, ending an 8-point stretch.
So here we go. Jolie.
Nice return there from Team Sask.
Great second effort from Saskatchewan, sticking with it, not giving up. At the net, block attempted, what a block by Markenton! Gets it to go, and that's a huge point, 15-all early on.
Very strong stuff here by Team Saskatchewan, able to bounce back. It's 15-all here from Paradise.
Jolie. Not quite able to get her footing, and what a rebound from Saskatchewan, taking back the lead. 21, a reminder, the number teams trying to get to. And you see that wind becoming a factor again as Jolie thought she was in perfect position, and the ball at the last second just takes that quick turn. Not that it's taking a big turn, but just even the smallest distance, creating a big challenge for whoever's trying to receive those serves. That one gonna hit the line. No, it won't. So Saskatchewan now 17.
Now back and forth here, Robbie, as Team Saskatchewan on a 5-point stretch themselves. Trying to answer back to Quebec's 8-point stretch.
Great job by Smith. Markenton at the line with another big block, and she is certainly showing momentum. Is Markenton at the net, and Quebec gonna come in for a chat. Is 19-15, so Saskatchewan started off strong, perhaps lost focus. Quebec with some great points, went on a great 10-point run. But Saskatchewan now turning the tides once again, and they're just 2 away from taking this first set.
Great bounce back here by Saskatchewan. It's been back and forth throughout. Let's take a look at how we got here, starting things off. Sask with the bump over, able to get that one to land. And then again, jumping up was Marketing, and Quebec able to get it back, diving effort. This was one of the best rallies of the game. Just able to find their spot towards the back line was Saskatchewan. And then again, back and forth battle. Quebec answering back. This was on part of their 8-point streak that really turned the tide here and made this one a close matchup. And where we are at now, 19-15 in favor of Saskatchewan, 2 points within ending this set.
So here we go, Smith from Saskatchewan. That one getting over just by a hair. And trying to get to the net was Marketing. She's been so dangerous around there, but Jolie doing a great job just sending it sideways to the right and able to find the dirt for a big point. 19-16. Getting later in this first set. Great action.
Very strong stuff there from Jolie. Now she gets an opportunity to serve and swing the momentum back for the blue and white.
So here we go at the net. Smith not able to get it as high as she wanted. Quebec now back within 2.
This is back and forth, Robbie. A great first matchup that we've seen here today. The 9 o'clock start time, some athletes don't like it, but both of these teams doing a good job here early on.
And a nice effort from Marketing. Smith couldn't get there, but what a great serve once again by LeBay. We talked about her precision throughout this whole game, trying to pick her spot, and usually the back right corner. She hasn't missed many times at all, making it very tough for Saskatchewan. There's another look, this time Jolie serving. Smith at the net for Saskatchewan, able to return it, trying to keep it in play. A big effort from LeBay. Just can't get there, so set point coming up for Saskatchewan.
Great bounce back there by Team Sask. Now an opportunity to end it here. You pretty much have to do it within the next couple of points, or else we have to go to a best-of-2 winner.
So Marketing. Great serve in the back left corner. Jolie at the net, returns it, but good positioning from Smith to get there at the net. She's going to try to tip it over, in the dirt, there it is, set point. Saskatchewan takes the first set, 21-18 in a seesaw battle. And what an opener we have experienced here today in our first semifinal matchup.
That was fantastic, 21-18, coming down pretty much as close as it can get here. From Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador, great job by these 4 ladies. They've been doing a fantastic job, and I'm sure that that will not change in our second set as we continue our live coverage from the 2025 Canada Summer Games in St. John's.
I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time.
When you're in a place surrounded by ocean, you can walk in any direction and arrive somewhere spectacular.
The United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners Local 579 is proud to welcome the Canada Games to our home this summer. UBC Local 579, building great things in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage here from the beach volleyball semifinal matchup number 1, Quebec and Saskatchewan. What a start it's been, and back and forth battle is LeBay trying to get to it. Great athleticism from Adrienne, not able to get it in time before it hits, and that's a big point for Saskatchewan. 1-1, they'll look to continue momentum.
Able to tie it up here early on, and Robbie, I think that we're back for, you said it, another seesaw battle, back and forth between these two teams. Good eye there by Team Quebec to realize that that one was just going to trickle out of play, and now Jolie on the serve.
Great display of mental toughness from Quebec. Not the start you wanted in this semifinal matchup, giving up the first set, but they're staying tough. Putting some points on the board. There's another one, 3-1, as they're off to an early lead in the second set.
Very strong rally there from Team Quebec. That ball was actually going to go out, but they went over, grabbed it anyways, and they made it count.
Marketing able to put it up. You see the wind taking it. Let's see if she can return it over. She does. LeBay trying to set up Jolie, going to the net, and oh, there's that wind once again, and a good effort from Saskatchewan, but this time it's Quebec getting the point, 4-1, and they got to be happy.
Yeah, Marketing tries to jump up and block that one. She gets some of it, but not all of it, and it makes it difficult for Smith to try to dive down and grab it. Good effort there by Team Sask.
Markenton at the net, trying to return it, not able to, and Quebec certainly showing that they're ready to go in the second set off the bench and really look sharp.
These teams, very streaky teams, Robbie. We've had some back and forth point streaks that have gone well here for either side, and Quebec right now is on one of those 6-1 as we switch sides. Not the start that Team Saskatchewan wanted. We'll see if they can answer back here.
Well, that's the sport of beach volleyball. So much goes into this. Athleticism, speed, power, but also strategy and the ability to maintain your focus. Momentum certainly a big thing, and here's Markenton at the net trying to get it to go. She won't be able to, so another big point for Quebec now, 7-1.
Timeout called for Team Saskatchewan right now. Not the start that they wanted to this one. Down by 6 through the first 8 points. Now they're going to get an opportunity to talk it over, reset here. I like the timeout call, as we saw Quebec take a timeout earlier. They were strong. Now let's take a look at what Quebec has done here in the second set. Coming out on the right foot for sure. Great return off the spike, able to get it back over to LeBay, and she can pop that one over for a great point for Team Quebec. Again, scrambling here, but able to get it set once more for LeBay. Another point for Team Quebec. They've been so strong today. The communication, the ball setting. Look at this one, high up in the air, and still Jolie able to get a good handle on that one. Pop it over, and Quebec, big reason why they're up right now. 7-1, the communication between these two ladies in blue and white.
Great point. Only 2 people on a team, Luke, in beach volleyball. Communication is so important, and both these teams doing a wonderful job at setting up the other one. And there's a great point from Saskatchewan. Needed that to stop the bleeding and get back on the board.
Exactly right, Robbie. That is a very big point for Team Saskatchewan here in this one. Able to get back and have the momentum, have the serve, and now Quebec needs to answer back, and they do. Nice spike there from Yves Jolie, who's able to get Quebec back up by 6.
Jolie with great precision. You saw where that one landed, just inches from the line. Here's Smith trying to pick it over. She does, and what a bump by Alexa Smith at the net. And Saskatchewan trying to rally back, trailing by 5, almost midway through this second set.
Very nice job there by Smith on that one. That was fantastic.
Quebec at the line for Jolie. What a block by Markenton! And she is fired up. You see the celebration, great athleticism, able to get up in a hurry and put that down for the big point. 8-4 now.
It's all about getting back into it. Team Saskatchewan continually cutting down this lead.
Great block by Markenton. Once again puts it down. 8-5, so what a run from Saskatchewan.
He's so strong at the net is Marketing. We've seen it a number of times here today. Trying to rally back here is Team Saskatchewan. Now she get an opportunity to serve it again, and a nice serve there.
Markenton not able to get the block that time. Big effort though, and a huge point for Quebec, and a great job by Quebec, really seeing what Markenton can do at the net, able to keep it high and get it deeper into the court, making them chase a little bit. So 9-5, Quebec leading in this second set in the matchup. Saskatchewan leading 1-0, taking that very, very close opening set. This has been a great game. Here's Smith trying to return. That one's going to fall, and a big point as well for Saskatchewan. So 9-6, back within 3.
Very good eye there by Alexa Smith. She was going to jump up, and then she caught herself and let that ball hit the top of the net and trickle over.
Here we go again. Jolie heading for the net. Markenton trying to block, and the spike attempt from Jolie won't hit. So 9-7, Saskatchewan within 2.
Well, it's the story of this one, Robbie. Back and forth, the team gets out to a big lead, and the opposition answers back. Last set, it was Saskatchewan on Quebec, and now it's the other way around here.
And we're right behind the net, Luke. We can see when that ball's in the air coming in our direction. just taking turns unexpectedly, and what a great display of athleticism from both these teams, being able to read that, seeing how much all that training, all the years of practice and training, developing their skills have paid off. And certainly beach volleyball being a sport that requires everything.
Right about that. And these four ladies giving it their all right now, trying to punch their ticket to the gold medal matchup.
Good effort from Smith. Markenton puts it back up. Return is going to stay in. It won't. And a big point now for Saskatchewan as they hit double digits. Now at 11.
As right now, 19 points have been scored, 11 for Quebec and Saskatchewan. Only 3 behind, but Quebec an opportunity to serve. And a nice serve there by Jolie, trying to get it up and over. They can't do it. A great effort there by Team Saskatchewan. Just couldn't get it over the net.
Great job at both teams here on their second efforts, just trying anything they can to get there in time before it hits the ground when in play. And here's Jolie. Nice serve for Quebec. Smith at the net, tries to put it away, and LeBay in a great spot, able to put it back up. LeBay touches it over. Markenton at the net for Smith. Smith gonna just place it where she wants it. 12-9, and what a big point for Saskatchewan.
That was some really strong stuff there by Team Sask, able to end it off on a strong foot here before the timeout as we get our court all refurbished by our great volunteers here, but Saskatchewan still keeping this one close.
A tremendous effort from both teams.
As Saskatchewan has kind of started to find their stride here, let's take a look and see what they have done in this second set, trying to punch their ticket all the way into the gold medal matchup. A good spike there, is able to get through, and then again a nice bump, and that one, that's the good eye by Smith, able to let it fall over and trick Quebec, and then the big spike that just leaks out of bounds. Again, Quebec trying to return, and then a good job Smith, up for Markenton, back for Smith, and that was the most recent point for Team Saskatchewan on a great rally, and they're going to try to keep it up right here.
So here we go. Smith with a big serve. You saw the wind take that ball, and a great effort from LeBay to return it. Both teams trying to return that. That's not going to be able to hit the mark. And another big one for Quebec as both teams trying to get to 21.
And how about the win there on that rally, Robbie? That set ball so high. Trying to scramble there to get that one over with Saskatchewan, but the wind just moving. Not in the advantage of the green, white, and black here.
And a great block by Jolie. Markenton trying to get there, setting up Smith at the net. Can't get it to go as Jolie. For LeBay. Great effort from Smith to get there, won't be in time. So the lead now 5 for Quebec.
As Quebec continually trying to grow this lead, Saskatchewan, let's see if they can answer back on defense.
Here's Smith, just tips it over. Trying to get there once again as Smith caught off footing. A great effort to return it, but Quebec really showing their focus, appearing to be dialed in with the last couple points, and a big start from them coming off the timeout.
Up by 6 right now is Team Quebec, and that's going to give Adrienne Labbé another chance to serve.
Labbé. Great serve once again. She's been tremendous all morning. Markenton with a big spike, gets it to go. In time, 15-10, so Saskatchewan now within 5 and in double digits.
Exactly what they needed. Within 5, Markenton back to serve. As we get set here for this one.
So Markenton. Great serve. Jolie heads for the net, tries to put it over. Great effort from Smith to return it. Quebec, once again, able to pick their spot as LeBay in a great spot. Just touches it over, gets it to fall. Every point now so important, but especially for Quebec as they gave up that first set, but they're in striking distance to tie this match up.
Smith with a great effort, but just losing her footing there, wasn't able to get to that last one.
at the net. Markinton trying to touch it over. Trying to put it up. That one won't be able to stay in, so 16-11. Saskatchewan back within 5.
Now an opportunity to serve here as Smith will grab the ball and try to continue to cut this lead down.
Jolie. A great point for Quebec is now within 4. Talk about focus, giving up the first set. This duo from La Belle Province just came out so focused in this second set. Able to reset, shake it off, and they've been tremendous communicating, picking their spots, great accuracy, really controlling the play. Saskatchewan and Marketing at the net. Smith with some power, being able to be returned in a big effort from LeBay, just not in time.
No, LeBay trying to dive, but the angle so tight there to get that ball up. That's just such a hard shot to make. Now Saskatchewan still trying to stay in this one. See if they can make another comeback.
So Jolie for LeBay at the net, not able to be blocked by Marketing, and another big point. Quebec now 3 points away from tying this match up.
So Quebec on the serve, Jolie, right in front of us here in the broadcast booth. Whoa, the wind took that one hard there, Robbie.
You see the factor in the background, not sure if we have a shot of it, but the wind on display is all the flags just blowing. They've been straight outwards since we got here. Upwards of 45, 50 kilometers an hour gusts.
Come on, shoot.
Smith trying to set up Marketing at the net, put away, and a great effort from LeBay to get there, but Marketing with big power at the net. Gets it to go. Saskatchewan trying to play catch up here in the second set. Great block once again. That one gonna fall on their side though. Quebec with the point.
And back up again by 5 and within striking distance, 2 points to win the set here for La Belle Province.
LeBay, a nice serve. Here comes Smith. Tries to put that in. That one's going to fall. And a big point again for Saskatchewan.
They just won't go away here right now. Not at all.
Markinton with the serve for Saskatchewan. Great job to put that in play. And here comes Jolie. Jolie with a great touch. Talk about precision. Faked the spike and just touched it over right where she wanted it. So now within 1 for the set is Quebec.
Able to tie this one up here if they get this point is Quebec. Saskatchewan, I'm sure, will not let this happen easy.
That put in play. Here's Markinton. Great power. Makes the spot on the right side. As 2016, what a matchup. Back and forth. The scores in the sets, very, very close.
Really strong cut there by Marketing and a great serve. Here's Saskatchewan trying to return. Nice job there by Smith. What a rally back and forth here.
And great effort from LeBay on that return with the diving volley. As we can see from our vantage point, the wind taking it, still going away from her, but still managing to get underneath it, keep the ball alive. Great effort from Adrienne LeBay. At the net, Marketing trying to block. Smith trying to get there, won't be able to, and that will do it. So this match tied up, 1 set apiece. Saskatchewan taking the first, Quebec taking the second. We are going to that all-important third set.
Yep, and only 15 points in our third set. It will be a clash to the end between Saskatchewan and Quebec as they try to punch their ticket to the gold medal at the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
What is it about a place that stays with you long after you leave? Truth is, it's It's never what at all.
The United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners Local 579 is proud to welcome the Canada Games to our home this summer. UBC Local 579, building great things in Newfoundland and Labrador.
So many iconic sights. You might want to get used to saying wow.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage of the Canada Summer Games in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Today we're in Paradise Park, just outside the city walls of St. John's. And we're in this all-important third and final set at the semifinals of beach volleyball. It was Saskatchewan jumping out to a big lead early on, taking the first set. Quebec taking the second to tie things up in the match. Now 2-0 in this third set. And a reminder, Luke, this one not to 21, this one just going to 15, so every point so important.
Good eye there by Team Saskatchewan, able to get back in this one. It's going to be a shorter set, but one that can go to the wire, one that can go to extra points, as we saw earlier on in the week.
A great point. So Jolie trying to set up LeBay. Great return is Markinton for Smith at the net for Saskatchewan. Gonna fall at a big point to tie things up.
Very strong answer here from Saskatchewan. A better start here early on. Now let's see if they can keep that start going and grab the lead here early on.
Markinton puts it up. That one just touched over, and a great read from LeBay. Seeing Markinton going back, anticipating the power, but just touches it over short. No mistake, great precision, and it's 3-2.
And a reminder here, in our third set, we switch every 5 points, not every 7, so that's why the team switching here in the score only 3-2.
Jolie puts it up. Smith, great return with a great touch from Markinton, and deadlocked once again.
Markinton, very strong touch there, able to knock that one over and settle it down just before the close-sided line, and now Smith with an opportunity to serve.
Great serve by Smith. Picked up from Jolie at the net, no mistake made, cross-court back corner. So 4-3, trading ones here since this one began.
And a great fake out there by Jolie. She acted like it was going to go towards the left and ended up cutting it back the other way. So Smith came over to help, and it was wide open on the other side.
Markinton, what precision, just able to touch it over. And a big point.
These two teams just trading points here back and forth in this one. 4-4 the score as Markinton with it now.
Markinton, and a great serve, able to hit the net and get it to go. That one's gonna fall, for the first time in this third set, Saskatchewan with a 1-point lead.
Now let's see if they can grow on it here. Markinton again on the serve.
That high serve. Falling fast in a big block, great defense from Quebec. Trying to block it over once again is Markinton. And Saskatchewan now out in front, 6-4 in this third set. What a battle.
Great couple last sets there by Team Saskatchewan. Markinton with the first big block, and then Quebec not able to get it up and over the net. We'll see Saskatchewan take the first 2-point lead of the set since our opening 2 points.
Here we go. Markinton. Puts it up, Jolie at the net. Trying to block another big block from Markinton. Smith not able to get there in time. That one falling, so 6-5 Saskatchewan.
And this is exactly what we expected, Robbie, here in our third set. Remember, semifinal action, these two teams battling it out to see who has a shot at the gold medal here at the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
That's right, lots on the line, 6-6. No race to 15. Every point so important. Smith trying to set up Markinton. Puts it back over, great positioning by LeBay. LeBay at the net. Markinton trying to block, they're gonna let that one go, and it It was a good judgment from Saskatchewan as they'll take the lead back 7-6.
7-6 here, and only 7 points away is team, or 8 points away, excuse me, is Team Saskatchewan. So back and forth, you don't know what way it's gonna go. What a block there by Marketing as LeVay tries to dive for it. That one off the knuckle and will head out of play. So Saskatchewan with their 2-point lead again.
Well, a great read and great anticipation at the net from Marketing. Expecting that attempt at the net and able to get up in a hurry and block, and now 8-7 and Saskatchewan with a big point.
Very strong here from both of these teams right now. Saskatchewan narrowly hanging on to the lead. Quebec trying to rampage back here, only down by 1.
So back underway, Smith. Putting up Marketing, that one gonna be long, and Quebec tying things up in this third set.
All square between these two teams. Quebec now trying to grab the lead back once again.
Smith able to put it up for Marketing, trying to touch it over. Doesn't quite get the distance and height she was hoping for. Wind could have been a factor, but now Quebec back out in front, 9-8.
Well, I like the game plan there from Marketing, but just hitting that one a little bit too low, not able to get over the net in time.
There's Smith, up for Marketing. Able to put it back over. Great positioning by Jolie as LeBay sets her up at the net. Marketing tries to block that one. Gonna hit the line, and another big point for Quebec. Now in double digits, just 5 away from that magic number 15.
Yeah, Smith and Marketing thinking that one's gonna go out of bounds. I don't blame them. The wind gusting hard back that way, but just not enough for Team Saskatchewan here. Quebec up by 2.
Marketing able to touch it over. Great effort from LeBay to get back for Quebec, but not in time as Saskatchewan back within 1.
Well, neither of these teams taking their foot off the pedal here. Let's hand it over to Marketing for the serve.
Marketing. Great serve as Jolie tries to put it back over. Marketing setting up Smith. Unable to get to it, and losing her footing is Marketing, and a big point once again for Quebec.
As we will swap sides here once more. Quebec now playing with the wind gusting towards them. Saskatchewan has the wind in their back. Team QC up by 2 over Sask.
Jolie not able to connect. There's that one into the net, and an unforced point for Saskatchewan. 11-10. They see double digits now.
And that's part of switching sides too, Robbie. With the wind back at you, you need a little bit more power in those serves from Team Quebec's side right now. Nice return by Team Quebec, though. Able to get back up by 2.
Quebec now within 3. Reminder, 15 is the number both teams vying to get to in this third set. Great serve, what movement on that is Smith able to set up Marketing. Great defense from Quebec, putting it back over Smith for Marketing, trying to get it back and not able to get up in time. And Saskatchewan going to call a timeout as Quebec just within 2.
Quebec is within striking distance. Team Sask needs a late charge here after winning the first set. Quebec trying to storm back and win this second one here in a row. As we take a look at the action so far during our third set, a nice block there by Marketing, but not able to get it back over the net. Quebec answering back with a nice little flip shot in, able to settle down and grab the valuable point. And then again, Marketing able to float that one in between LeBay and Jolie for the point. Some good rallies here in this one. So close. Quebec with a 3-point lead now as they try to close in and punch their ticket to the gold medal matchup here in women's beach volleyball.
We're talking about the adjustments that these players have had to make throughout the week. Started the week with about 35 degrees with the humidity. Certainly, heat, we were talking to the athletes from the west that they are just not used to, getting used to that. And then, obviously, with the delays due to weather, And the environment outside, and there's a big point for Saskatchewan. And now here we are, just 12 degrees, wind gusting. We've seen a little bit of everything all week here in beach volleyball.
It's been a big shift, to say the least. We were sweating on Monday, and now we got 3 layers on here, calling the action.
So at the net, Jolie puts it over. Smith trying to set up Markenton. Leaving for Smith at the net, puts it back over. Big point on the line. Markenton at the net trying to block. That one's going to be put over by Jolie, trying to get there. But good effort from Smith, just inches away from putting it over the net, but it will fall on their side. So now, Quebec within striking distance. It's going to be Jolie with the serve. Big point for them, one away from booking a ticket to the gold medal matchup. Saskatchewan and Markenton saying not right now as she puts that down, and they're within 3.
Nice answer back by Team Saskatchewan. Backs against the wall right now. Let's see what Smith can do on this serve.
Well, Smith, that one not going to be able to stay in. And that will do it. Quebec, what a performance, dropping the first set, coming back strong. With 2 in a row to take this semifinals. An outstanding effort from Quebec and also Saskatchewan, coming off with such a great start. Both teams certainly showing what they're made of today in this outstanding semifinal matchup.
Yeah, these athletes getting a well-deserved standing ovation from the fans here. Quebec will go to the gold medal matchup, and Saskatchewan still with a chance to medal as they will face off for bronze here later today. The final score from this one, 15-12 in favor of Team Quebec. Let's take a look at the action here in our first matchup of the day. Great back and forth action. Quebec not able to grab that one as Saskatchewan would win our first set, and then picking things up here in the third set. It's going to be Team Quebec narrowly winning this one by 3 points. A nice touchdown there by LeBay. Saskatchewan trying to answer back, and they do, making a late charge on a great set there, able to poke that one over, make it count. Quebec again on the counteract. Nice shot over, good block by Markenton. That one going out of bounds. At the end of the day, it was Team Quebec taking this one. Take a look at that precision, landing it right on the line, and then Saskatchewan with a late push. But at the end of the day, it was Team Quebec who punches their ticket to the gold medal matchup.
And lots of action coming all day. We're going to take a quick break. And another semifinals coming up later on, followed by placing games and, of course, medal matchups later on this afternoon. So from St. John's, we'll see you momentarily. It's the 2025 Canada Games.